Welcome again everyone to another half an hour of gorgeous getaways and wonderful cruises put together by our fabulous team at Cruise1st, and we're all about adding extra value to your cruise every step of the way. It's what we've been doing for nearly 25 years now.
Here at Cruise1st, we've been sending British travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 20 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all the major cruise lines sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So if you're ready, let's go cruising.
Absolutely, let's. So that's us and a bit of an introduction to us, and you can find us on a screen somewhere every minute of the day. Every day on Sky Channel 681, 24 hours a day on our website cruise1st.tv, and now on Freeview Channel 89 from 1 until 4 every single afternoon. And we're here to shake open the brochure and dive into a world of holiday and cruise adventures. This show, we're sailing with Princess Cruises, famed for its warm welcome and loyal reputation, and the food, well, you are going to love it. So let's take some adventures for springtime next year. Maybe you fancy Japan. Well, we've got a 2-night Tokyo stay and 10-night cruise on Diamond Princess for cherry blossom season coming up, and a fascinating cruise and stay for April, where you enjoy a city break in Rome and then sail back to Southampton on the Emerald Princess on a fascinating itinerary. First though, we're off to cruise the Island Princess in March on a 33-night journey from South Africa to Rome as part of her world cruise. And we'll fly you first on the 7th of March from the UK out to Cape Town in South Africa, and we've booked you into a hotel for the night before you cruise. And it's a lovely city, Cape Town. We can fly you there earlier if you want more than one night in a hotel, of course. Just talk to the team. Got the chance there to take the ferry over to Robben Island, see the penguins and the mammals there, head on the cable car up to the top of Table Mountain, or maybe think of an evening safari experience too while you're on board. Incredible. On board as in the city. On board is here, because this is the Island Princess, and you will be on board for 33 nights. In fact, the first night you will actually stay in Cape Town. Now, the great thing about this cruise, it is part of the Princess World Cruise for 2025, and that actually runs from January, from either Fort Lauderdale or Los Angeles, to the middle of May, which will be incredible. So if you want to do the whole cruise, then just talk to the team. We can absolutely see if there are places remaining on the full cruise itself. You will be on board for 33 nights. And anyone that's been on a Princess cruise before, well, Island Princess is just that little gem within the fleet that does the world cruising. So she gets into ports that not all the cruise ships can get into. So this is a really fascinating itinerary. It always is on a world cruise. Lots of extra sea days on world cruise sectors too. And that's more chance to enjoy the ship itself. I mean, sometimes if you get on a cruise itinerary, you'll know this if you've been on cruises before. If you do an itinerary that is port after port, day after day, then sometimes you miss out on the chances to switch off and unwind and do next to nothing on a day and not have that guilt of missing out. You know, everybody else is off the ship seeing something, you're not missing out. All of you are at sea together. And there are some great activities that happen on sea days as well. That's your chance to get yourself into the spa, for instance, for a nice treat of a treatment there. Or just, you know, be up on the top deck on the pool, just relaxing, finally getting that book that has been on your bookshelf for how long? You finally get a chance to get it read, which is really, really good. Staterooms on board Princess, fantastic, real home from home feel. Everything you need is there. Plenty of wardrobe space, wonderful private bathrooms, of course, and lots of other amenities for you as well. But it's kind of the whole package with Princess, and because this is a world cruise, I mean, I know I have friends who work on the on this very ship actually when she does her world cruises. and the sense of camaraderie on board is just incredible. And you know what? If the crew on board are having a good time, everyone's having a good time, let me tell you. Now remember, you've joined in Cape Town in South Africa. Your first night stays in Cape Town, and then off we go on our adventures. A day at sea to Walvis Bay in Namibia first, and you can head down to the enormous Sandwich Harbour wetlands here for an abundance of bird life, including the flamingos that you see up there in the top picture there. Then we've got 7 days at sea across to Cape Verde into Mindelo. Wonderful Cape Verde, very picturesque, very colourful, lots of music, lots of seafood, markets to wander around here and try the local foods as well. There's lots to enjoy. Couple of days at sea and we're across to gorgeous little Madeira, Funchal. Very, very walkable. Lacework and tapestries all make good buys here. And of course, you've got to get a bottle of the Madeira wine, haven't you? It would be rude not to. It's gorgeous. A day at sea and we're in Gibraltar, a little piece of Britain at the bottom of Spain there. Take a dolphin safari, head up to St. Michael's Cave maybe, or explore the Alameda Gardens. That'll keep you fit and get your steps in for the day, let me tell you. 2 days at sea and we find ourselves in Syracuse in Sicily, which is beautiful. I've been here, it's wonderful. Southeastern Sicily, it's lovely to walk around, has a great cathedral and lovely piazzas, and you can take a little cruise here to the sea caves as well. Day at sea and we're off to definitely somewhere everyone will be on excursions on this day. We're in Athens. Of course, you can get to the Hellenic Maritime Museum. Of course, you've got the Acropolis and the Parthenon and all the wonderful ancient sites there. On around the Greek islands we go to Volos next. Mount Pelon is amazing with its very distinct buildings and incredible views, and you can take the vintage railway here as well, which is very, very nice indeed. Then we move on to Patmos, very, very small, charming little Greek island, amazing white wines here, and enjoy the mountain tea. Now I want to know more about that. If you go, I want to report back from that. Next we head off to Kusadasi, which is the port for Ephesus in Turkey, the classic ruins there, and they're forever discovering new remains at Ephesus as well. Wonderful seafront promenade here as well, and the harbour is very, very popular. On we go to Rhodes, where you can climb the Acropolis. You can visit the Palace of the Grand Master. There's a very, very cool market inside the old fortress here if you want to have a little wander around and see the super yachts in the harbour. Crete we're off to next, and you can head in and just enjoy the wonderful shopping here. Of course, this is the home of the Palace of Knossos as well, which you would definitely want to have a little wander around if you get the chance. A day at sea and we're in Dubrovnik in Croatia, or should I say King's Landing from House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. You explore the city walls here and the city harbour. I would definitely, if there's a tour, a Game of Thrones tour to the locations, I would definitely want to do that. Next we head to Kotor in Montenegro. We call into Bar, which is a resort on the south coast here. Lovely mountainous regions, lots of history to discover here and lots of pebble beaches for you to just relax the day away. Taranto in Italy next, right down there on the heel of Italy. It's called the City of Two Seas with a fascinating history. There's the Castellana Caves here and World Heritage sites to enjoy as well. Next, we're in another charming little island and it's Malta. Valletta, waterfronts, cute markets. Go and explore the bastions of Valletta here, or go to Mostar or Mdina, which is really beautiful. Europe's smallest capital and very, very charming too. A day at sea and we leave the island princess in the port for Rome, which is Civitavecchia, and that is where we'll fly back to the UK. So just drink in that list of places that we visit across this cruise. We have a night in South Africa and then our first night on the ship in Cape Town as well, and then going through all the wonderful Greek islands, through Turkey, down to King's Landing as well. That would be a highlight for me. I'm watching House of the Dragon right now and I absolutely love it, which means I've now got to watch the rest of Game of Thrones as well. But to go to the location, to go to King's Landing and see it without the dragons maybe, will be an incredible opportunity. What a chance to enjoy what will be one heck of a world cruise sector. And we include in our 35-night package the flight out to Cape Town in South Africa, a night in a hotel there, there, and then your 33 nights of cruising through South Africa, Cape Verde, the Greek islands, Croatia, Montenegro, and Italy through to Rome. Plus, of course, your flight back to the UK from Rome. Now, we can put a deposit down on this today of £399 each to know that this is happening. When does it happen? In March. That's not that far away if you think about it at all, is it? Where are we in the year so far? Ridiculous, isn't it? How quickly this year has gone. And how rubbish a summer we've had as well. There's your price tag for the whole jolly lot, for the whole 35 nights. And as I say before, if you want to be longer in Cape Town in a hotel before you start cruising, again, just talk to the team about that. Right, let's look at upgrades. We'll look at cabin upgrades first. So there are your prices for your ocean view, for your balcony, and for your suite price. Remember, it's 33 nights this cruise, so balcony, very, very tempting. Very, very tempting indeed. If you want to make the cruise all-inclusive, plus, you want Princess Plus, you do. £50 per person per day gets you a drinks package, which drinks up to $15 each, unlimited Wi-Fi, gratuities, fitness classes, express boarding, Ocean Now delivery, which delivers food and drink to wherever you are on the ship with your app and your little coin that you wear, the medallion, and room service without extra charges all the way through the cruise. Just £50 per person per day. Add that when you book and it'll cover just about everything while you're on board as well. Any questions? 0800 953 4700 is that phone number to dial. It's a cracking little trip, that. And as I say, if you want to take the whole cruise, which goes from January through to May, then talk to the team here at Cruise1st, 0800 953 4700. Something absolutely joyous now. Everyone wants to be in Japan, and there's a particular time of the year where being in Japan is magical, and that is when the cherry blossoms, and they are incredible. So on the 13th of April, we're going to start our next package, which is 2 weeks long, and you are going to absolutely just enjoy every single moment of this, because on the 13th of April, we'll fly you from the UK out to Tokyo in Japan, straight into the capital, and you're there for a 2-night hotel stay. Now, you know cameraman Richard. I have no cameraman today. He is in Japan right now, enjoying his holiday. He'll be watching the show still, wherever he is in the world, and he'll be coming back soon. But I know he goes out there for all the gaming, for all the nightlife, the bright lights in the big city. There's so much to enjoy. You could go to Tokyo 1,000 times, and he's been not far off 1,000 times, I think, by now. And I get all kinds of different stories every time he comes back from a trip out to Japan. Just absolutely loves it. He's even learning the language. He's very good at it now. He says all sorts to me in Japanese. I have no idea what, though. Anyway, here is your ship for your 10-night cruise following the cherry blossoms around Japan, and it's the Diamond Princess. It's the cruise ship everyone kind of knows the name of. It's a very, very popular ship in their fleet, and I think really it's because it's the right size, it has the right number and choice of facilities on board. Of course, Princess are famed and award-winning in terms of design. I mean, they win awards in terms of design, in terms of food, in terms of every aspect of their cruises. And people come back and cruise again with Princess again and again and again, year after year after year. And I'll tell you why that is. First of all, it's effort-free. And the great thing is that the team on board just make life so simple for you. When everyone's happy, when everything's taken care of, remember when you're on one of these cruises, and you're in Japan for heaven's sake here as well, remember you're a long way from home, but you just unpack once at the start of the cruise and then just enjoy the holiday. Someone looks after your cabin every single day. You've got an array of restaurants to choose from. You can book yourself into the sanctuary there, the adults only retreat there. Just go and be served and pampered and treated. Go to the spa, enjoy yourself. Work off some calories in the gym if you want to, or get into the Japanese bath and just, that's better. This is the kind of holiday that delivers on so many extra scores, because if you think about it, if you went to one place in Japan and booked 10 nights in a hotel, you'd still have to make quite a lot of effort. you'd have to make all of your arrangements. You'd have to find things to do. You'd kind of have to amuse yourself, do you know what I mean? And work out how you're going to get around from place to place to place. When you're on a cruise, you've got all the excursions which you can choose to take if you want to, or maybe there's a port where you think, you know what, we're just going to go in there and have a little wander around. We'll take the little shuttle, you know, into the town and off we go. Or maybe there's something in particular you want to do, and you can do that on an arranged excursion that you can book up. But while you're on the ship, oh my word, you've got so many different choices. It's not like everyone goes around the ship, you know, together. Everyone goes to this bar, then everyone goes to this restaurant, then everyone goes to this theatre. There's a massive choice of theatres, restaurants and things to do as well. So you're going to love this. So we are 10 nights of cruising, and we are cruising, of course, out of Yokohama. And we have our first day at sea into Kushiro. You can go to the national park here and see the largest marshland in Japan. And there are the cranes at the top there. You can see the Tancho, which are very, very impressive indeed. Next, we head to Hakodate. And of course, the very famous mountain is here. There are wonderful lakes around the mountain as well. There's also Anuma Park with stunning lakes there as well, and little islands that are dotted right the way around. Lots of excursions for you to take here as well. Next, we head to Otaru, a whiskey distillery. I mean, some of the finest whiskies in the world. Close your ears if you're in Scotland, sorry, but are Japanese whiskies. They are incredible. Really, really lovely place this as well. Very, very unspoilt. A couple of days at sea. We're in South Korea next, into Jeju Island. Some amazing beaches here. There's the Dongmun Market to pick up souvenirs and the fabulous spices here. And you can go to Dinosaur Land and the Glass Castle if you wanted to as well. Dinosaur Land, I bet that's brilliant. Day at sea, and then this is a highlight port. This is Shimizu. It's the port for tours to Mount Fuji. There's also lots of incredible shopping here as well. And you've got lots of UNESCO heritage sites nearby too. But Mount Fuji is where most people will head on that day. And then we port back into Yokohama and then fly back from Tokyo to the UK. This is a wonderful itinerary, and this is just the time, absolutely the one time in the year, if you're going to Japan, you want to be there, because it's not just about those cherry blossom trees coming into blossom, but it's about the festivals that go on around that as well. It's a very, very exciting and beloved time of the year to be in Japan. So if you've been waiting year after year after year to finally book that Japan trip, do it now, do it in cherry blossom season time. It makes so much sense. Now, included in our package for you is the flight out from the UK to Tokyo. You've got 2 nights in a hotel there, and then 10 nights of Japan and South Korea cruising on the Diamond Princess to the most fascinating ports as well. Key for me on that itinerary is the port for Mount Fuji. You're going to absolutely love it. Plus, of course, at the end of the cruise, you'll flight back to the UK from Tokyo. Deposits today on this, £199 each. Here is the price for your whole package, and we've taken care of everything end to end for you. We've made all the arrangements for you. And of course, if you wanted to extend your time in Tokyo to even longer, talk to the team, we can make it happen. We can do it all as one package for you. Remember, we're APTA bonded, we're ATOL protected as well. That's an amazing price with a great cruise line as well. Here's the upgrades if you want to maybe enjoy a balcony on the Diamond Princess, or maybe your ocean view, or maybe it's a real celebration. It's something very, very different that you want to enjoy. The suite experience with lots and lots of extra perks and amenities as well. Your price is on screen for you. Any other questions? 0800 953 4700. Remember, we are Cruise First, and we're in the cruise business, so we are not like many other retail travel agents that book all kinds of other travel. We major on cruise, so our team know the ships inside out, so they can answer any questions about the ships. You know, they can talk to you about where you want to stay, for instance, in Tokyo. You've got something in mind, maybe there's something you want to do on the way home from Tokyo, you want to fly to somewhere else on the way back. Do it all as part of your booking. Talk to our team. We can make some excellent suggestions for you as well. 0800 953 for 700. Lovely to have your company as always. We're Princess Cruising in this show, and basically we will handle every single Princess ship wherever she is around the world. All of her itineraries we'll have packaged up one way or another. So either go searching on our website cruise1st.tv or just give our team a call. They are brilliant. Right, next up, we're going to go a little bit closer to home, actually, because we're taking a European explorer now from Rome back to Southampton on the Emerald Princess. Now, we're doing it over 11 nights in all, starting on the 27th of April, where we fly you from the UK out to Rome for a 2-night hotel stay. I tell you what, Rome is such a lovely, lovely city. What was that latest... or one of the later Bond films, it was one of the last couple, I think, where they did one of the big car chase scenes in Rome. It was absolutely brilliant, and you can go to those locations. Is it No Time to Die, or is it the one before that? Was it Skyfall? I can't even remember now. But anyway, Rome is a fantastic destination to go and enjoy, and you're there for a couple of nights before you go cruising. Spectre, that's the one. Thank you, Mr. P. He's amazing, honestly. He looked up car chase and everything. Right, here we are back on the Emerald Princess, far away from James Bond as you can possibly be. Although your cocktails can be shaken and not stirred, of course, as you want them to, freshly made at the bar. Great minds think alike. Mr. P just said the same thing as the words came out of my mouth there. Do you know what? On a Princess cruise, you just have masses and masses of choice. Gastropub. You know, if you go into, and I'm just going to come out and say it, if you go to M&S for one of those meal deals, don't you go to the gastropub place so often to that section to get your gastropub meals? Same kind of thing you can enjoy on board the Emerald Princess. If you want something more casual, remember there's the buffet there, and it's there whenever you want it, and pizza 24 hours a day. You know, some way or another you can be fed, and it's all there for you and included in the price 24 hours a day. You've got some speciality dining that you pay extra little cover charges for if you want to. And they are really, really nice. So if you like, you know, you fancy one night treating yourself to the steakhouse, for instance, you can absolutely do that. Entertainment of the evening, by the way, big production shows in the Princess Theatre. And you've also got things like festivals of the world that go on as well. They celebrate things like Oktoberfest and, you know, Rio Carnival, all kinds of other things they will do. And they pop up almost out of the blue. The great thing, obviously, with Princess is you wear your little medallion as well. That's a good way of being able to find other people in your party as well, because you can follow them around on little maps and whatever. But it also opens your stateroom, it charges to the bar, and you can have food and drink delivered to the very spot you are on the ship as well. So, you know, there's so much to love. A Princess cruise could not be any easier if you tried, really. And there's great things that you can take part in as well. Lots of different entertainment around the ship. So 9 nights we're on board Emerald Princess, and of course we're heading out of the port for Rome, and off we go, and we're going down the coast in Italy, down first to Livorno. This is your port, of course, for Florence and Pisa, which you can do both in a day, of course. You can also go to the Scogli Piatti, which is a wonderful little coastal resort, which is not too far away from Livorno itself. Then we're across to France into Toulon. And if you get a chance, go inside the Opera House here, which looks absolutely grand and wonderful. There's an Allied Landings Museum here as well, which looks really interesting. We'll just head into the charming streets of the old town itself. Next, we're off to Barcelona. What would be top of your list in Barcelona to do? I'm sure lots of you have been many, many times, but it's an incredible city to go and enjoy. And of course, there's always something new happening in Barcelona. It's wonderful. We've got a day at sea then, and we find ourselves down into the sunny bit of Britain, Gibraltar, down at the bottom of Spain there. There's a new skywalk up at the top of the rock you can take, have a mooch down Main Street and shop in M&S, or go and play bilingual bingo in the casino. That's good fun if you can hold your nerve, let me tell you. On to Lisbon, where you can have a good old wander around the capital of Portugal, enjoy the fresh seafood here, or go along the promenade along the Tagus River and see the Christ Redeemer statue. It's a wonderful city, couple of days at sea, and then we are back into Southampton. That's a lovely, a really, really varied itinerary as well, isn't it? So around Italy, little bit of France, Barcelona, into Gibraltar, good duty-free call as well. Remember, we're sailing back into Southampton. So although we're flying out, we can bring as much as we like back because we're ending in Southampton. So if you wanted to pick up a little bit of duty-free, I know just the shops on Main Street in Gibraltar to suggest. They're very, very good. Just drop me an email, I'll let you know. Lovely getaway then for April. It's 11 nights all in. So included in this one is your flight out to Rome, 2 nights in a hotel there, and then enjoy cruising back to the UK on Emerald Princess over 9 nights. France, Spain, Gibraltar, and Lisbon back to good old Blighty. Oh my word, look, I have to tell you that we're doing this under £1,000 each. That's so good. Look at that. 999. Get on this as quick as you possibly can. It's almost a price emergency. Get on it as quick as you possibly can. Deposit today of £199 each, by the way, if you want to get this booked right now and guarantee your cabin. Because of course, the earlier you book, the more choice you have as to where your cabin will actually be. And if you want to upgrade that cabin, by the way, from inside and maybe go up to an ocean view or a balcony or a suite, so let's have a look at the prices for that. There we go. Oh, cheeky balcony upgrade for $199. Yeah, definitely. Why not? Good solo price on this one as well. Very nice. If you want to make it all inclusive, of course, Princess Plus, that's what you want to add to this for £50 per person per day. Massive amount of value you get in this. I mean, some drinks packages are over £50 per person per day, but for Princess Plus, for a fixed price of £50 per person per day, you get a top plus drinks package, unlimited Wi-Fi, your tips are included, premium desserts, juice bar, fitness classes, express boarding, more dining included, delivery of food and drink to the spot you are on the cruises as well, on the ship should I say, and also room service with no extra charges while you're on board, which is just brilliant. Very, very good indeed. And a quick reminder as well, that's an amazing deal. An amazing deal. I'd be straight on the phone lines for that as quickly as you possibly can. It's 0800 953 4700. And while we're talking about the Emerald Princess, she's actually sailing in and out of Southampton from May through to October next year with various 12, 14 and 16 night sailings. There are some to Iceland, around the British Isles, the Norwegian fjords, up in search of the Northern Lights, the European capital. So there are loads of cruises to choose from. Just talk to the team if you want to know any more. It's 0800 953 4700. And Princess make you so welcome on board. If you've cruised with Princess before, you know that they do their kind of signature things, their signature restaurants, and of course they created Movies Under the Stars where you are, and it's a magical experience. I've done it as well. So you're up there on the pool deck, it's late at night, you are relaxing on a lounger. I won't put my feet on the furniture, but you know, it's wonderful to be lounging on a lounger on the top deck. There you are, you've got your glass of something on one side, you've got your hand in your popcorn with the other hand, and you're watching a big film up on the big screen. It's amazing because every now and again, and I know I've said this 1,000 times, but I've been doing this for a long time, but having done it, there's always those pinch me moments during the film where you just look up and you're like, I'm on a cruise, I'm in the middle of the ocean and I'm watching a film, I'm sat on a sun lounger with my glass of something, Malbec for me, thank you very much, one at a time responsibly, and I'm munching on my popcorn, just having this kind of experience. That's a holiday. Those kind of things that you remember, the times where you really switch off and you really give yourself a treat. I think if you think about the year that we've had this year, just everything in general, these are the kind of trips that we deserve and that we need. There you go, that's you told now. Off you go to book, and I'll be back for another show before you know it. But seriously think about it, because holidays, we need them more than ever. See you soon.